Hello again and welcome to Wider 360. Today we have a question here. It's about an indefinite integral which wants us to find the integral of 1 out of t squared minus 6t plus 10 dt. And as you can see over here, the best way to go about this question is to use integration by substitution. But before we do that, let's try to complete the square at the denominator. So to do that, let's just copy the denominator here, t squared minus 6t plus 10. Completing the square, we should get this to be t squared minus 6t. In case you don't know how to do this, you take half of the coefficient of t, which will be -3, you square it, and then you add and you subtract to the expression. So we will take half of -6, which will be -3. We square it, and then as you can see, I'm adding it here, so plus -3 squared, and then we subtract it, so minus -3 squared plus 10. We are dealing with the denominator first, and you can see these first three terms here completes the square. I'll do that. So we should get t minus 3, all this squared should be the same as the first three terms. So we go to minus 9 plus 10. Minus 3 squared is 9, and this is a negative sign. We will go ahead and get t minus 3, all this squared, and then plus 1. That means when we come to the question, we can rewrite the question as this, as the integral of, let me do the t top here, and then the denominator can be rewritten as t minus 3 all squared plus 1. And at this point we can do what we want. 1 out of t minus 3 all squared plus 1. 1 out of that, and then dt. We will say we are going to let t minus 3 be equal to a variable like u. At this point we will find du dt, and that will be equal to 1. To make things easier, let's find the value of dt at this point. So we can say that du is equal to dt, and that same way dt will be equal to du. We will go to the expression up here, and then we will do our substitutions over there, which will be the integral of 1 out of t minus 3, we said is equal to u, so that will be u squared plus 1. And the t, we found the t to be equal to du over here, so instead of the t, since we are doing the substitutions, that will be du. Next thing is to evaluate this integral. If we integrate this, we are going to get the tan inverse of u, tan inverse of u plus c. Yeah, if we evaluate the integral of 1 out of u squared plus 1, we get tan inverse of u. And then since we are dealing with an indefinite integral, we add a constant, which we are saying the constant is c over here. At this point, we are not done. We want the answer to be a function of t, something like that. So we will go ahead and say our final answer will be equal to the tan inverse of u. We said u was equal to t out of 3, t minus 3 over here, t minus 3. So we will get the tan inverse of t minus 3 plus c, and that becomes our answer to the question. Finally, we can conclude that the integral of the t out of t squared minus 6t plus 10 will be equal to the tan inverse of t minus 3 plus c. And that's the question. That's the end of the solution. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Thank you.